Okay, let's dive in. We're looking at this really focused strategy document today. It's aimed squarely at independent truck owners.
Hmm.
Basically, how to stop, brokers and market forces from chipping away at their profits. Our goal here is pretty straightforward.
Hmm.
Pull out the main financial risks they highlight and the specific tactics offered to fight back.
Yeah, and this source, it doesn't really pull any punches. It basically says that if you as an owner-operator aren't nailing down the exact costs, things like compliance fines, unexpected truck downtime, even missing out on those really good paying loads, you're not truly running a business. You're, and this is their phrase, gambling with your business.
Wow, gambling. That's pretty strong language. And they seem to think the biggest danger isn't necessarily a lack of work, right? It's sticking to the old ways.
Exactly. It's assuming that business as usual can just keep going, especially now. With fuel costs all over the place and regulations always seeming to change. That kind of volatility, well, it demands more than just being a good driver. You need a structured way to protect your profit.
A profit defense system. I like that.
And that's the core idea here. It's about plugging these systemic leaks where money just disappears. The whole strategy is geared towards changing the mindset, moving away from just, scraping by, making a living, towards actually setting up a repeatable professional system for, well, building wealth, as they put it. Let's get into the three big leaks they identify.
Okay, first up is what they call the new authority wall.
Oh,
Sounds like that classic problem for newcomers.
it absolutely is. You get your authority, you're ready to go. But the big brokers, the traditional gatekeepers, they often won't give you the best freight right away. They want to see history, experience, so new guys often get stuck with the lower margin stuff initially.
Right, so you're burning fuel for less profit
Yeah.
just to build that track record. How do they suggest getting around that wall?
It's quite direct, actually. They say focus immediately on securing direct shipper options. Go straight to the source. And crucially, you have to demonstrate negotiation expertise from day one. Show those direct shippers you bring value, consistency, skill things they care about, more than just how old your MC number is.
So bypass the usual gatekeepers by proving your worth directly.
Precisely. It flips the script. Your authority age becomes just a starting point, not this long-term roadblock to good freight.
Okay, that makes sense for getting access. But the second leak, this sounds like it's about what happens after you get the load. Low rate lanes
Yeah.
and negotiating against yourself.
Yes, this is where they argue a lot of owners, even experienced ones, leave money on the table. It's about running lanes that typically don't pay well, and worse, just accepting the first rate offered by the broker.
Taking the posted rate is the final word.
Exactly. The strategy here is almost radical in its simplicity. Stop doing that. Just stop accepting the initial offer as non-negotiable.
Okay, but saying no only works if you know what to negotiate for. You need leverage. Right.
You do, and that's the solution. Get really, really good at accessorial charges. Master them. We're talking beyond just fuel surcharges. It's about systematically building in charges for detention, for layovers, maybe specific drop fees, things related to the actual work done. The training focuses on using proven tactics, specifically on these accessorials, to bump up that overall rate per mile, the RPM. So even on a lane that looks cheap initially, you maximize every single mile.
Right. Finding the hidden value and the load details.
Yeah.
Which leads us neatly into the third leak, payment delays.
Yeah.
Getting stiffed by bad actors, as the document calls them, slow-paying brokers.
Yeah, this is a classic headache. And the source argues these bad brokers, well, they count on carriers being disorganized. They rely on poor communication from the carrier side, and honestly on people just getting busy and forgetting to chase relentlessly. They know delays often work in their favor.
So the carrier eventually just gives up or writes it off. It's too much hassle.
It is. And that poor admin, that structural weakness, it costs real money.
So what's the defense? How do you fight back against deliberate slow payment?
It's about professionalizing your collections. They recommend implementing a CRM-based communication strategy.
A CRM, like a sales tool.
Sort of, but used for collections. It's not just about sending email reminders. It's about standardizing your entire follow-up process, creating this auditable, non-negotiable paper trail. Every step is documented, timed, maybe even escalating legally according to a set schedule.
Okay, I see. It takes the emotion and disorganization out of it.
Completely. It transforms your follow-up from, maybe an angry phone call here and there into this persistent, professional, almost automated process. It makes it clear you're serious and makes your invoices impossible to just ignore. You lean on them, professionally but firmly, until you get paid 100%.
That sounds powerful, that structural change. But let's be real for a second. Learning negotiation, setting up a CRM, isn't that a huge time sink for a solo operator out there driving all day?
It's definitely an investment of time upfront, no question. But the argument in the document is that it's an investment with an almost immediate return. Because you're plugging leaks where you know you're losing money right now. Every successful negotiation, every payment collected on time pays back that initial effort.
Right. It stops the bleeding.
Exactly. The big picture, the synthesis here, is really about that mindset shift we talked about. Stop being a victim of market conditions. Start acting like a disciplined, tactical business owner who happens to drive a truck.
So wrapping this up, what does this mean for you, listening in? It seems the core message is about applying structured business processes to trucking challenges. Which brings up a final thought. If fundamental business issues like getting paid on time or negotiating price effectively can be tackled in a field like trucking, which seems so unique and high pressure just by using structured communication and processes like a CRM or specific negotiation formulas. Well, it makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other problems in your own field, things that seem like that's just how our industry is, could actually be solved or really significantly improved simply by adopting a more disciplined, tactical business process approach. Something to think about.
Become the broker. Truckolocityacademy.com. Sign up today. Or grab the PDF on increasing rates per mile. Finish strong or come to our Zoom at 2 p.m. CST.